Good news, 12 gestures or signs that a woman secretly likes you. Modern Stoic. Welcome back to Blessing of Stoicism, where men don't chase emotions, they master them. Today, we enter the quiet battlefield of attraction, where words say little, but gestures say everything. Picture this. You're deep in conversation with a woman. Her smile stays just a second longer. Her eyes hold yours, not by accident, but with intent. She laughs, not just at your joke, but perhaps at the way you said it. It all feels electric, yet uncertainty creeps in. You ask yourself the question that's haunted many thoughtful men. Is she genuinely into me, or just being kind? Here's what most miss. Women rarely announce interest in obvious ways. They don't shout desire, they whisper it. And only the man who is inwardly still can hear it. The modern Stoic understands this. He does not seek approval, nor does he react impulsively. He studies the moment. He watches with calm precision, because attraction, in its purest form, isn't shown. It's revealed through signals too subtle for the average man to detect. When a woman is drawn to you, the signs are coded in silence. A fleeting touch on the arm, a gaze that lingers beyond comfort, a playful tease, an accidental mirror of your movements, the way her feet point towards you, even when her words don't. Her tone softens, her laughter bubbles up nervously, her posture shifts. These are the cues of unspoken desire. Most overlook them. You won't, because as a Stoic you understand, reality lies beneath appearances, and a woman's interest. It's not about what she says, it's about what her body can't help but show. This is not some cheap trick or superficial game. It's the refined ability to read energy, to hear what's unsaid. In this video, you'll uncover 12 powerful signs that a woman secretly likes you. Signs rooted not in fantasy, but in observation. Not in guessing, but in seeing. If you've ever missed a signal, misread the moment, or second-guessed your intuition, this is your chance to rewire how you perceive feminine attraction. So don't just listen. Decode, absorb, reflect. Because the man who reads between the lines never has to ask, "Is she into me?" He already knows. 1. She tries to impress you subtly. She tries to impress you subtly. This final gesture is often the most overlooked, yet one of the most revealing indicators that a woman secretly likes you. A woman who is truly interested in you won't announce her attraction with grand speeches or dramatic displays. Instead, she expresses it through graceful, almost invisible shifts in her behavior, actions that seem small on the surface, but speak volumes if you know how to read them. You may notice she suddenly starts showing up looking a little more polished, maybe a new dress, slightly different hair, a bit more elegance in her appearance when she knows you'll be around. This isn't vanity. This is intentional. It's her way of saying, without saying, "I care how I appear to you." But the effort doesn't stop there. She might bring up her accomplishments in passing, not to show off, but to highlight her value. She'll mention the cities she's visited, the books she's read, the passion projects she's working on. Why? Because she's planting seeds she hopes will grow into your admiration. And if you're a man of wisdom, a modern Stoic, you won't dismiss these as coincidences. You'll understand that subtlety is a woman's most powerful language. As Epictetus said, "Appearances are deceptive, and things are not what they seem. What seems casual is often calculated with care." She might also begin engaging more when you speak in group settings, echoing your points or offering thoughtful responses that mirror your values, not to flatter, but to connect. She's creating resonance, a sense of familiarity, because she knows that emotional alignment is more powerful than words. Think about it. Have you ever looked back and realized someone was gently trying to impress you all along, but you were too distracted to see it? That's the beauty of female attraction. It's less about spectacle and more about subtle influence. She wants to be the one you remember without demanding to be remembered. As the saying goes, people will forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. A woman who secretly likes you will try to make you feel admired, respected, and seen without ever needing to say it out loud. This is emotional intelligence in action. This is the art of feminine grace, and it takes a stoic man, calm, aware, unshaken, to truly recognize it. So let me give you this advice. If you feel like something about her is always just slightly elevated when you're around, her energy, her presence, her interest, don't brush it off. Pay attention. Honor the effort. Respond with strength, not games. Because sometimes the woman who subtly tries to impress you is the one who values you the most. If you've ever experienced this kind of gentle pursuit, or you're noticing it now in your own life, let us know in the comments. What did she do that made you think, she's trying to get my attention? Your story might just help another man connect the dots. 2. She gets jealous in subtle ways. She gets jealous in subtle ways. This is one of the clearest signs a woman secretly likes you, especially when she hasn't yet made her feelings known. Jealousy, when it's expressed quietly, is far more telling than the loud, dramatic kind. Most men miss it because they're looking for fireworks, not whispers. But a modern stoic man sees beyond appearances. He knows to observe, not react hastily. So next time you casually mention another woman, perhaps a colleague, a friend, or someone you bumped into, watch her response. Does her voice drop a little? Does her energy shift? Her tone suddenly dip into sarcasm or irony? Maybe she says something that sounds light-hearted like, "Oh, she must be lucky," or makes a joke about you two dating. These aren't just throwaway comments. These are quiet protests. Her words might be coated in humour, but her eyes often betray a flicker of emotional turbulence. As the quote goes, jealousy is just love and hate at the same time. And that contradiction is exactly what gives it away. She's frustrated that someone else gets your attention, but she's also afraid to admit why. In today's world, women are trained to stay composed, to play it cool. But the subconscious doesn't lie. A stoic man must be emotionally intelligent enough to sense this soft resistance, to not be fooled by surface composure. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts." Her jealous reactions are tinted with thoughts of longing, of wondering if you're emotionally available. If she didn't care, she wouldn't react at all. In fact, indifference is the real enemy of love. Jealousy, even in its silent form, means you matter. So if you're seeing this subtle behaviour, don't ignore it. See it for what it is, an unspoken confession. But here's the catch. Don't confront her or tease her about it immaturely. A Stoic doesn't use this knowledge to manipulate. He uses it to clarify. Understand her heart, not to control it, but to honour it. If you're genuinely interested, show her steadiness, not games. Give her emotional safety, not confusion. The man who can calmly hold space for a woman's hidden feelings without judgment is the man who earns her trust. And in this age of noise, silence often says more than words ever will. Have you ever noticed a woman getting oddly quiet or joking when you mentioned another woman? Think back. Maybe she was revealing more than you realized. If you believe that silence reveals more than words, comment right now. I see through the quiet. Like this video, subscribe for more Stoic insight. And remember, the man who listens beyond words holds true power. 3. She initiates contact first, even in small ways. In the chaotic noise of modern dating, where everyone's playing a game and silence is mistaken for power, there's one signal that cuts through the fog, a woman who reaches out first. Not because she's desperate, not because she's needy, but because her interest is real. A high-value woman who secretly likes you will sometimes throw the old wait for the man rulebook out the window. She'll text you just to say hi. She'll react to your Instagram story with that fire emoji or a heart, send you a random meme that made her laugh, or check on you out of nowhere, saying something like, "You've been quiet lately, everything okay?" These little touches aren't random. They're calculated, deliberate signals of presence. She's not chasing you. She's inviting connection. She wants to stay in your orbit. And more importantly, She wants to see if she's still in yours. These micro gestures are like emotional fingerprints. They leave a mark even when you don't realize it. In today's age, where people ghost each other over coffee preferences, a woman who consistently initiates contact, no matter how small, is sending a bold message wrapped in subtlety. I'm thinking about you, even when I don't have to. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Apply that here. Waste no time doubting if she likes you. Observe her actions. Is she putting energy into your connection? That's a bigger green flag than 1,000 sweet words. A Stoic man doesn't overanalyze. He reads what is in front of him and acts with clarity. He understands that genuine effort doesn't shout, it whispers consistently. So if you're seeing signs that she's reaching out, if she's texting first, making the first move to connect, or just sending you something random, know this: it's not random at all. That is desire speaking softly but surely. That is interest dressed in casual clothes. That is her saying, "You're not just anyone, I notice you." But here's the twist. If you ignore these cues, or worse, respond with passive disinterest, you're not being stoic, you're being blind, and blindness to connection is the death of attraction. A wise man knows when the moment is calling him. He doesn't need permission to step into it. So I'll ask you now, is there someone who keeps appearing in your inbox, your feed, your thoughts? Is she initiating contact when she doesn't have to? Don't brush it off. Don't play cold for the sake of ego. See the truth for what it is. A woman's decision to initiate is her way of offering access to her world. It's your job to decide whether you want to enter it. In the end, attraction isn't declared, it's revealed, repeatedly, subtly, powerfully, and the man who's truly grounded in Stoic strength won't miss the signal because he's too busy pretending not to care. He'll see it, acknowledge it, and act without fear, without neediness, without hesitation. That's power, that's presence, and that's what separates men who get played from men who get chosen. Now, if you've seen this sign before, type this in the comments. I recognize the signal. I see her effort. Then like this video if it opened your eyes, share it with a friend who keeps missing the signs, and hit subscribe so you never walk blind into another moment of opportunity again. This is Blessing of Stoicism, where ancient wisdom meets modern clarity. Are you ready to see what's been right in front of you all along? 4. She values your opinion more than others. This is one of the most overlooked but powerfully revealing signs that a woman harbours a quiet affection for you, because when a woman begins to genuinely seek your input on matters close to her heart, she's not just asking for advice, she's giving you access to her inner world. In the realm of Stoic wisdom, the highest form of connection is not based on fleeting feelings or surface-level attraction, but rather on respect for the logos, the rational soul within another person. When she asks, "What would you do?" or looks at you with intent curiosity and says, "I'd really love to hear your thoughts on this," what she's really saying is, "I trust your wisdom more than the noise of the world." That kind of emotional vulnerability wrapped in intellectual curiosity is not accidental. It's intimate. It's deliberate. It means you're not just some guy. You're her reference point for clarity and reason. And here's the truth modern Stoics must recognize. Physical attraction may draw people together, but it is the respect of mind and the exchange of meaningful ideas that sustains emotional depth. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." So if she's drawing from your thoughts, it's not only because she likes you, it's because she believes you enhance the quality of her life. In a world where everyone has an opinion, the fact that she consistently seeks yours should be taken as a high compliment and a bold signal. Most men ignore this gesture because it lacks the drama of flirtation or the obviousness of touch, but this is exactly where a Stoic man thrives, by noticing what's not said as much as what is. She may appear calm, collected, even casual, but inside, she's lighting a beacon in your direction. She's saying, "Guide me. I value how you see the world. Don't dismiss this as just politeness. A woman who secretly likes you will try to align her decisions with someone she deeply admires. She might not come out and confess her feelings directly, but in the silent space between questions and your answers, affection is brewing. It's subtle, it's intelligent, and it's honest. So the next time a woman asks you for your opinion on her life path, her dreams, or even her day-to-day choices, pause and pay attention. That's not just a question, it's an invitation into her heart. Ask yourself this: of all the people she could ask, why you? Because your voice matters to her. Because you matter to her. And as Epictetus reminded us, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. If she's using her ears for you, it's not random, it's real. Pay attention to this hidden reverence. If you've ever been confused about whether she sees you as just a friend or something more, remember, when a woman asks for your counsel, she's silently confessing her emotional investment. No woman consistently seeks insight from a man she doesn't respect, admire, or feel emotionally safe with. This is where your wisdom becomes your magnetism. This is where being a man of presence, thoughtfulness, and calm pays off. She may not flirt, she may not play games, but if she leans on your insight, she's already leaning into you. 5. She notices changes about you. She notices changes about you, and this is far more revealing than most men realize. You might have casually trimmed your beard, worn a shirt that brings out your eyes, or dropped a quick comment last week about trying a new gym class. And yet, here she is, picking up on those small changes, smiling as she says, "Did you do something different with your hair?" Or, "I like that watch, is it new?" Don't underestimate this. It's not just idle chatter, it's focus, precision, care. When a woman begins to notice the subtle shifts you make, shifts even your closest friends miss, it's because you've captured her attention at a deeper level. And this attention is the currency of emotional investment. In the world of modern Stoicism, we are taught not to chase validation, but to observe without becoming attached. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts. So when her thoughts are tinted by your presence, when her eyes naturally scan for what's new with you, it's because her emotions have already begun colouring her inner world with your image. She's watching because she values you, plain and simple. In real life, this is the kind of silent sign that slips by men who are too distracted, too eager, or too unaware of the power of feminine perception. Women don't waste energy observing someone they're indifferent about. If she remembers small things, like how you prefer your coffee, the book you're reading, or the fact that you've stopped wearing your usual cologne, it's because she's mentally tagging details that matter to her. Why? Because you've begun to matter. This doesn't mean she'll confess her feelings openly. A woman who secretly likes you often hides behind the armour of subtlety, but her attention will betray her truth. The Stoics taught that attention and perception shape reality. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." But when she's paying attention to your reality, your habits, changes, moods, she's quietly writing you into the pages of her emotional world. In today's fast-paced world, where most conversations are shallow and people are glued to their screens, if a woman genuinely sees you, not just looks at you, sees you, it's an act of emotional intimacy. So what should you do? Don't rush. Don't react like a boy thrilled by validation. Be still. Be grounded. Be aware. The modern Stoic does not cling to signs of approval, but calmly acknowledges them, remains centered, and evaluates with wisdom. Let her attention be a signal, not a goal. Observe her as she observes you. This quiet dance of noticing and being noticed is more powerful than dramatic declarations. If you agree, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced this kind of subtle attention from a woman? Did you miss it or recognize it in time? Let's talk. And as Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Gentlemen, how you respond to her quiet clues could shape your path forward more than any direct confession ever could. If you understand the power of quiet attention, then you know this isn't just observation, it's admiration in disguise. Comment this below to claim your awareness. I see what others miss because I move with wisdom. 6. She finds excuses to touch you. Touch is one of the most powerful, primal forms of communication, especially when it comes to attraction. A woman who secretly likes you won't keep her distance. She'll seek out opportunities to bridge the gap, though often in subtle, seemingly innocent ways. It's not about making it obvious, it's about creating an unspoken connection. Watch for these subtle signals. Perhaps she accidentally brushes against you, whether it's her arm brushing yours at the bar, her leg brushing yours under the table, or her fingers grazing yours as she hands you something. It might seem accidental, but if this happens repeatedly, it's anything but a coincidence. Then, there's the playful touch, a light tap on the arm, a nudge, or a playful punch on the shoulder. These gestures are a way of establishing chemistry without saying a word. They may appear casual, but in reality, they're her way of expressing interest while keeping things light and fun. And pay attention to how long the contact lasts. A handshake that lingers a moment too long, or a hug that holds on just a little longer than usual. These small, almost imperceptible moments are signals that she wants to be closer to you. These fleeting seconds matter more than you think, as they communicate her desire for more physical closeness. In today's world, women are often cautious about expressing their feelings outright, but their body language rarely lies. If she's breaking the invisible boundary between you and creating opportunities for physical connection, it's her subtle way of saying, "I want to be close to you." This is a sign you should pay attention to, as it speaks volumes about her feelings without a single word spoken. Keep an eye on these moments, and let your understanding of them guide your next steps. 7. She finds reasons to be around you. Attraction goes far beyond words. It's often hidden in the actions we take, particularly when it comes to physical proximity. When a woman secretly likes you, she won't wait for things to happen on their own. She'll actively create opportunities to be near you. Think about it. Humans are naturally drawn to those they like, and attraction often manifests in subtle, yet undeniable ways, such as seeking out your company, even without a direct invitation. If she's consistently around, whether or not it's convenient for her, that's not coincidence. It's intentional. You might notice her suddenly popping up in places that were previously unfamiliar to her. For instance, she might never have been interested in that coffee shop, but now it seems like every time you stop by, she's there. Perhaps she wasn't a regular at the gym before, but now she seems to appear at the same time as you, working out just a few machines away. These occurrences might seem like mere coincidences, but more often than not, they're deliberate. Another clear sign is when she chooses to sit near you, even when other seats are available. Why is it that, in a room full of empty chairs, she'll sit right next to you? This is a clear sign of her attraction. She is consciously closing the physical gap between the two of you, and it's no accident. She wants to be close, to share space and to feel your energy. You might even notice the frequent accidental run-ins. She knows your routine, where you grab lunch, when you take breaks, and where you tend to hang out. These moments might seem casual at first, but when they begin happening with an uncanny regularity, it becomes clear. She's seeking out your company without you having to ask. It's almost as if the universe is conspiring to bring you two together. Attraction has a magnetic quality. It pulls people toward each other, often making them act in ways they don't even consciously recognize. When she keeps finding excuses to be near you, whether in the office, at a coffee shop, or at the gym, it's because she enjoys your presence. She's drawn to the way you make her feel, and she's hoping you'll notice her as well. So, next time you find her lingering around or in close proximity, take a moment to consider that this might be more than just chance. This could very well be a sign that she secretly likes you. Ultimately, this subtle yet powerful behavior speaks volumes about her feelings. It's not just about proximity. It's about creating opportunities to be part of your world. The next time you notice her near you, remember, Attraction often speaks in actions, not words. Take a moment to acknowledge the effort and consider how you might respond to this magnetic pull in a way that could bring you closer. If you're seeing this, then you know you're witnessing something rare. She's not just appearing in your space by chance, she's choosing to be near you, and that's a clear sign of attraction. Drop a comment right now. I attract only the best. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and remember, attraction is a magnetic force that can't be ignored. 8. She gives you her undivided attention. In a world where attention has become a rare and valuable commodity, where everyone is constantly glued to their phones and distracted by social media, one thing stands out. When a woman likes you, she's willing to break free from all of that. You're no longer just another person in her life. You've become someone worthy of her full focus. You see, she's not just listening to your words, she's fully present, hanging on every word you say. This isn't just about surface-level interactions. This is a deeper level of connection. So, what does this really mean? First, she remembers the small details. Perhaps, just casually, you mentioned your favourite band last week. The next time you speak, she brings it up, recalling not only the band, but how it made you feel when you listened to them. That's not just memory, that's emotional investment. She's paying attention to the nuances, the little things that matter to you. And trust me, when someone remembers the smallest aspects of your life, it's a signal of deep interest. Then, there's the most obvious yet subtle clue. She's not checking her phone. Let's face it, we live in a world of constant notifications, emails, and text messages. It's easy to get distracted. But if a woman is genuinely interested in you, she's not swiping through social media or answering texts while you're talking. She's all in. A woman who's not invested, she'll glance at her phone, check her messages, or be distracted by something else. But when you've got her undivided attention, that means you've truly captured her interest. It goes even deeper than just physical presence. She asks the questions that matter. Instead of simple surface-level small talk, she's digging deeper. She's asking about your thoughts, your dreams, and your views on life. You're not just a momentary distraction to her. She wants to know what makes you tick. Attraction isn't just about how a person looks. It's about how they engage with you on a mental and emotional level. Want to test it out for yourself? Try this. Next time you're talking, pause for a few seconds. See what happens. If she leans in closer, maintains eye contact, or asks follow-up questions, there's no doubt she's not just making idle conversation. She's invested. She's not only listening, she's absorbing what you're saying, and more importantly, she's letting you know that she values your thoughts. When a woman is present in a conversation like this, it's a clear sign that she's emotionally engaged with you. This isn't just about being physically present, it's about being mentally and emotionally connected. And when someone is this invested in you, it's not something you should take lightly. In this modern world of constant distractions, someone who is truly focused on you is someone who sees real value in what you bring to the table. And when that happens, the connection between the two of you deepens exponentially. Now, let me ask you, have you ever been in a conversation where you felt like the other person was truly there, in the moment with you? How did it feel? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights like this. Trust me, understanding these signs will give you a better handle on the signals that truly matter. Don't let these moments slip by without recognizing them. 9. She finds excuses to touch you. She finds excuses to touch you. This is not just a moment of physical contact. It is one of the most ancient and powerful signals of attraction known to mankind. When a woman is drawn to you, especially in secret, she rarely declares it with words. Her touch speaks where her voice does not. She will find subtle ways to break the physical barrier, but do not be fooled into thinking these touches are accidental. That gentle brush of her arm against yours at the bar, that faint contact under the table, her fingers grazing yours as she hands you something. If it happens more than once, it's a message, not a mistake. And when she playfully hits your arm when laughing or nudges your side with a smile, understand this. She's not just teasing, she's testing. She's building comfort, creating chemistry, and seeing how you respond to closeness. Stoic men understand that attraction is rarely loud. It's silent, strategic, and intentional. A lingering hug, a handshake that holds for just a second longer, a touch on the shoulder that feels warmer than necessary. All of these are windows into her desire, veiled just enough to protect her pride, but strong enough to test your perception. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts, and if her actions lean toward touch, it's because her thoughts are tinted with affection." In modern life, when women are more guarded than ever, especially those who've learned to protect themselves emotionally, touch becomes her calculated risk. It's her way of stepping closer without having to speak her truth. If you are a man over 35, divorced, successful, or simply rebuilding your life, you must read these signs not with desperation, but with calm mastery. Do not flinch, do not rush, observe, interpret, and lead. Let your masculine presence anchor the moment. The touch is her move. Your response determines what happens next. If you've noticed this in your life, those repeated accidental touches, comment below with, "I've seen it. I know what she's doing." And remember this, most men miss their moment not because the opportunity wasn't there, but because they weren't trained to see it. You are no longer one of them. 10. She mirrors your movements and speech. She mirrors your movements and speech, a behaviour so subtle that most men overlook it, yet so powerful that it speaks louder than words when understood by a man grounded in stoic clarity. This gesture isn't about mimicry or manipulation, it's a subconscious alignment of energy, a kind of psychological symphony that reveals a deep connection forming beneath the surface. When a woman starts to mirror your posture, your tone, the rhythm of your speech, even your small mannerisms, it's because something in her has tuned into your frequency. This is not coincidence, it's resonance. Her nervous system is syncing with yours, and this level of behavioural mirroring has long been studied in psychology as a nonverbal cue of emotional closeness. But the Stoics, without ever conducting a lab study, already knew this truth through observation. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts." And when a woman begins to reflect your movements and phrases, her soul is showing that her thoughts are dyed with your presence. This sign often shows up in the smallest of ways. She crosses her legs shortly after you do. She leans in when you lean forward. She sips her drink the moment you lift your glass. You speak with a certain cadence, and days later, she's unknowingly adopted it. You say something meaningful, and hours later she repeats it, not to flatter you, but because your words now live in her mind. In today's fast-paced world of dating, most men miss these signs because they're too focused on chasing validation instead of observing connection. But a Stoic man watches with calm precision. He is not desperate for signs, nor is he blind to them. He notices, he discerns. He understands that true attraction is not about grand gestures, but about subtle synchrony, the kind of silent harmony that reveals a bond forming before either party has spoken their heart. Carl Jung captured it perfectly when he wrote, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. When she mirrors you, she is reacting to you. She is being transformed, and in some way, so are you. But here's the difference. The modern Stoic man remains grounded. He does not leap at the first sign of interest. He stays centered, aware that desire can cloud judgment if not kept in check. So what should you do if you notice a woman mirroring you? Do not comment on it. Do not break the moment. Simply acknowledge it in your mind as a sign that her emotional walls are lowering and her nervous system feels safe in your presence. That is a powerful compliment in itself. In Stoic terms, it means she is aligning with your nature, and nature does not lie. If this happens consistently, it's not a fluke, it's a signal. But don't let it make you cocky. Let it make you calm. Let it guide your next steps with wisdom, not excitement. This is how the modern Stoic maintains his edge. He does not seek approval, he recognizes truth. Now ask yourself, have you ever noticed a woman reflect your body language or repeat something you said with a look of affection in her eyes? Did it feel like she was attuned to your essence? That moment wasn't random. That was a silent declaration, a woman's subconscious letting you into her emotional world. If you've experienced this, share your story in the comments. Your insight could help another man rise above confusion and see clearly. And if you haven't, then start paying attention, because sometimes the loudest confessions are made in silence. A Stoic man hears with his eyes. He feels with his intuition, and he moves forward with inner certainty. 11. Her eyes reveal what she won't say. Her eyes will always speak before her lips ever do, and when a woman secretly likes you, the truth spills silently from her gaze like a confession wrapped in stillness. You must understand, in the realm of attraction, words often lie, but the eyes never. That is why the ancient saying holds weight. The eyes are the window to the soul. And in the quiet battlefield of modern relationships, especially for the Stoic man who watches more than he speaks, those who master the art of reading eyes hold a power most men miss. Let's break it down. The lingering gaze. If she holds eye contact with you for just a second longer than usual, that's an unconscious sign of interest. It's like her mind is telling her to move on, but her emotions are saying, wait, I like this. The double take. You walk by, and she looks once, then again. This is her way of making sure she gets another glimpse of you, even if she pretends it's accidental. The quick look away. When a woman is attracted to you but nervous about making it obvious, she might look at you and then quickly look away. This is her trying to play it cool, while her body betrays her feelings. But here's the most telling sign of all. The dilated pupils. Attraction triggers a physical response. When she likes what she sees, her pupils naturally widen. This is completely involuntary, meaning even she can't fake or control it. The key here is observation. If you catch a woman making eye contact with you frequently or showing any of these subtle signs with her eyes, she might just be secretly interested in you, whether she admits it or not. Stay grounded, stay calm, and do not rush. A modern Stoic does not react, he sees, he understands, he chooses. If this message hit home, if you've experienced something like this, I want to hear your story. Drop it in the comments, and let's make this a space where real men learn the subtle art of reading truth in silence. 12. She laughs a lot at your jokes. This is where it gets interesting, and I want you to pay attention. We're not talking about that superficial, haha, that's funny kind of laugh that everyone uses to be polite. When a woman truly likes you, her laughter becomes a distinct and powerful signal. It's not just the sound of amusement, it's an emotional response that draws her closer to you, revealing something deeper. Picture this. She's laughing uncontrollably, maybe even a little exaggeratedly, at your jokes, regardless of how funny they actually are. That's because attraction amplifies everything about you in her eyes. Every little thing you say or do becomes enjoyable in a way that's beyond ordinary. Now, let's break this down. The first type of laugh you'll notice is the over-the-top giggle. Even if you didn't nail the punchline, her reaction makes it seem like you've just told the best joke ever. This is the magic of attraction. When she's drawn to you, your presence transforms every interaction into something more vibrant, more engaging. But it's not just the laugh, it's how she reacts to it. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, even the simplest, most casual conversation can feel like an unforgettable moment to her. Then, there's the lean and laugh. If she's laughing, and at the same time leans in towards you, that's a physical manifestation of her desire to be closer to you. Her body language is saying what words can't. She wants to be more connected to you in that very moment. It's subtle, but it's there, and it speaks volumes. In fact, it's a sign that she feels safe and comfortable with you, that she wants to be emotionally close, not just physically. Now, here's where it gets even more telling. The personal callback. If she recalls your jokes and brings them up again in future conversations, That's not just about remembering what was said. It's about you occupying a special place in her mind. She's thinking about you when you're not around. That's powerful. It shows that you've made an emotional impact and she values the connection you're building. If she's taking the time to remember your words and laughter, she's mentally and emotionally invested in you. So what's the psychology behind all this? Women laugh more when they're attracted to someone because laughter's a way to lower social barriers and bond on a deeper level. It's like a form of unspoken communication that makes her feel connected to you, even if she hasn't directly said it. When she laughs at your jokes, it's more than just an acknowledgement of humour. It's her inviting you into her world. She's signalling that she enjoys your company, that she's comfortable with you, and that she wants you around more. As the great philosopher Aristotle once said, the most perfect form of friendship is that in which each person knows the other's mind and heart. This is what you're building with her, an emotional bond that grows stronger with every laugh, every shared moment. Now, I want you to reflect on this. When was the last time you noticed the way a woman laughed around you? Was it genuine? Did she lean in? Did she remember something funny you said and bring it up again? These little moments, these seemingly small signs, tell you a lot more than you might think about where you stand in her world. If you want to dive deeper into the psychology of attraction and learn how to harness these moments, I encourage you to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe for more insights into how attraction and connection work, especially through the lens of Stoic wisdom. Remember, as Mark Twain said, humour is mankind's greatest blessing. If you can make her laugh, you're tapping into something deeply human and profoundly attractive. Don't let these moments pass you by. And there you have it, my friend. 12 powerful and often overlooked signs that a woman might secretly like you, all seen through the steady, unshaken lens of modern Stoic wisdom. If even one insight today made you pause, reflect, or feel more certain in how you interpret the subtle signals of attraction, then go ahead, give this video a like, share it with another man who's ready to level up in love and self-awareness, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another message crafted for men who lead with calm strength and clear vision. Your support not only helps this channel grow, but also helps more men walk the path of wisdom instead of confusion when it comes to relationships. Let me ask you directly, have you ever noticed one of these signs from a woman and only now realized what it meant? Or maybe you overlooked one and wish you had seen it for what it really was. Either way, drop your story in the comments. This channel is more than content. It's a brotherhood where men speak truth, learn from each other, and grow stronger together. No fake bravado, no games, just wisdom, respect, and real talk. Before we close, here's the most important truth I want you to take with you. The Stoic man doesn't chase approval. He watches, he listens, he understands the energy in the room, and he moves only when it's right. When a woman truly likes you, you won't have to guess. Her presence, her effort, and her gestures will speak for her. So don't rush, don't force. Just be the man who stands firm in his value. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Think clearly, act wisely, and carry yourself with calm authority. Until next time, this is Blessing of Stoicism, reminding you, stay strong, stay grounded, and keep showing up like the man you were born to be. I'll see you in the next one.